No, that's not how you handle this. You know better. Come on, that's not it.
Let's move on to perhaps the biggest story of
Uh-oh.
the NFL over the past
Uh-oh.
week. Sean Payton has benched Russell Wilson, and they played Jarrett Stidham and won this past week. Everybody has gone from, hey, I don't like Russell Wilson, he's a simp and he's a nerd, to now Russell Wilson is a victim of a crime and Sean Payton is a thug, according to Ryan Clark. And Sean Payton has mistreated Russell Wilson, who's, going to get, 37 more million from the Broncos. And do you feel sorry for Russell Wilson, and has Sean Payton done anything inappropriate here?
I think Sean was a little wild with it. What do you call him, a dictator with thuggish behavior? I think Ryan Clark anyway. And, he ran it down. He walked in the building and told him, kicked him out of his office, kicked his people out, told him that ain't what's going down here, which I agreed with. But the kissing baby thing, nobody kissed more butts and babies in New Orleans than Drew Brees. Come on. Drew Brees kissed and cooked and crab broiled more babies and butts in New Orleans than anybody. So ain't nobody talking about no NFL quarterback running for being no politician or anything. But he has to have his team.
Let me ask you this. Hold up, Sapp. Let me ask you this.
I'm with you.
Should we compare the treatment of Warren Sapp to the treatment of who was a good defensive tackle but not a Hall of Famer? Keith Traylor.
Leroy Glover. Leroy Glover, since we talk about the Saints.
Leroy Glover. Should we compare the treatment of Warren Sapp to Leroy Glover? Drew Brees, Hall of Famer, won a Super Bowl in New Orleans. Every year, 4,000 or 5,000 yards. Every year, 70% completion. He's the face of the franchise. I don't know if I have a problem with not treating Russell. And I like Russell Wilson. And I hope next year he goes to Pittsburgh or New England or somewhere and has success. But I'm not going to throw a pity party for a guy that Pete Carroll and all them, the Legion of Boom, everybody had enough
they all turned their back
of Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I know.
And now
I just want to know this.
And now because Sean Payton's a little rough.
No. Let me ask you this. You remember that sideline incident that they had when, I don't know if it was a false start on the center or whatever was called or whatever, and he was just berating him on the sideline. We all was thinking like, what the hell did the ref call? Because he called something on the center. I think that was the offsides on the center that he called or something like that. And Sean Payton is just berating a Super Bowl back-to-back quarterback. The one that whooped Peyton Manning so bad that people don't even like to talk about the score. It was 43-8. Peyton Manning didn't even say Omaha in that Super Bowl. Not one leg kick. Omaha, not one time. Not one time did we hear it. Whooped him so bad. So I digress with that one, but we're talking about the same level quarterback. Russell Wilson can get it done. The sweetest teardrop deep ball we've ever seen. And when he was
Did Bill Parcells not yell at Phil Simms? Did Bill Parcells not yell at Phil
That's
Simms?
a different era. That's a different era. The quarterback, we can assault him. Wasn't no hitting him below the knees then. You can hit him in the head, pick him up, and slam him. And you had to get up because it was a different league. So let's not go back there. But now, when Sean Payton, the king, who had done already drug Nathaniel Hackett down the road behind the truck like he was in Jasper, Texas, lit him up. And then when the media asked him, Coach, what was that about with your quarterback? None of your business. No, that's not how you handle this. You know better. Come on, that's not it. I was upset about the call.
What do you think about the way Mike Singletary handled Vernon Davis?
Don't want him on my team. Can't win with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He sent him off the field. That's what you do. You send him to the locker room. When you don't feel like you can win with him and you don't want him on your team, you send him to the locker room. That's one less thing I got to worry about on the sideline. You don't berate your player as Sean Payton did in front of the world, and you have no explanation for it. None of your business. First of all, only thing we got to do is click on one of those little recorders on the sideline and hear the whole conversation, son. I mean, who you think you're talking to? Everything on that sideline is being recorded. There's boom mics every which way but loose. We can find out exactly what you said if the league would let us. But that's what we're talking about again. Who's protecting who here? At having a pity party, Russell. But he a little out of line with the brother. Yes. Because we was talking about how they had then got it together after giving up 70 in Miami. Vance, the defensive coordinator, had been doing well. Russell Wilson had then cut down his, the only person that was close to his interception to touchdown ratio was C.J. Stroud. We was just talking about it the other week. And then they met up and all hell broke loose. I don't know if Sean Payton put something in the mix because they realized they had a $37 million guarantee and they know where for him to go. And I tell you what, I've never flunked a physical in my life, but I'll find a way to flunk one for $39 million. I know that. I don't know how I flunk it, but I flunked it.
I'm going to give you another analogy of what this reminds me of. Of Donovan McNabb went from Philadelphia and then got hooked up with Mike Shanahan and all hell broke loose. And, Mike Shanahan not on the Donovan McNabb hype train and like, oh my God, what the crutches Andy Reid must have given Donovan McNabb. We can't give those crutches here. And that's what this reminds me of. And in retrospect, and I was a huge Donovan McNabb fan. I defended Donovan McNabb in his dispute with Terrell Owens. I defended Donovan McNabb when he got in a dispute with Mike Shanahan. In retrospect, though, I think Mike Shanahan might have been on to something.
I'm going to leave that one alone. I'm going to leave that one alone because the five-finger Chi-Town ball is a different animal. McNabb's a different animal, absolute different animal. I think Russell's a little less than that. So I see your analogy, and I'm just not going.
Hold for a second. You think McNabb's a better player than Russell?
No. It's a little bit more what we call high maintenance, bougie, a little.
McNabb is.
Yes, a little bit. I'm the man.
McNabb is more bougie than Russell Wilson.
Absolutely, more. I'm the man, and I can get it done. Yes, way more than Russell. Yes, absolutely, yes, without question.
Clarify that for me.
Donovan McNabb thinks he can walk on water. Russell Wilson knows he would need some kind of assistance to get across that water. Donovan going to go out there, I can walk on water. Absolutely. I'm going to walk on water. And Russell will be like, nah, that's water. And, think about the situation. Donovan, I'm going. I can walk on water. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? That mentality is what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Like what you saw? Hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the full episode by clicking the link below.